What's up, America? You know, my name is Andre Thompson. I've tried to contact news agencies just to get my message out there because America needs to hear this, man. We don't we don't need to be listening to Joe Biden and all these political people who are telling us how they feel when they are in the position to do something. Like Biden, you've been in the position to change. You were the vice president. You you could have changed systematic racism when you were in office, but you did nothing. So why should we vote for you now when you were in the position to change and you did nothing? All these politicians, you've been in office. You've had the position to change. And not just on a federal level, on a local level. When you watch that video of George Floyd, man, that hurts. And then all these other people that's been happening for years and years. America doesn't understand. We're tired. We are hurt. We're tired of having our lives jeopardized, of being racially profiled, not just by the police, by society. And not just black people, all people. This happens to every race. It's not just a black thing. It happens to black people more, yes, but it does happen to every race. We need to vote. We need to vote these people out of office. And if they're not talking about change, then they don't need to be in office. Period. And there's things I like about Trump. Honestly, there is. Trump ain't no punk. He ain't gonna go for no other country bully America. I like that. I definitely like that. But when it comes down to our failing education system, our failing water system, the systematic racism, not only in the police but in the country that we see every day, really, the inner systematic racism, that starts at the home. Because you don't just get born racist. You don't just pop out racist. That is something that is taught. Because when I was a kid, I didn't see color. All my friends was white. They didn't see color. That's something that is taught. It starts in the home. But when it comes to a federal level, like a law enforcement level, there's things we can do to end this systematic racism, not only just in the police department, but in the district attorney's office. The systematic racism in the medical field. This happens all over. But we gotta vote. And we can't vote for Biden. What's Biden gonna do? I'm curious. I want one person to comment and tell me what Joe Biden is going to do to end systematic racism. Not a goddamn thing. Because you haven't did nothing. You was in office for 8 years. And not one time did you ever talk about, let's make a bill, let's make a committee to look into all these shootings that happen in the police department. Let's get the Justice Department to investigate some of this stuff. No. You didn't ask the Justice Department to investigate when Trayvon Martin was murdered. You sat and you asked for America to be peaceful and come together again. But where was the investigation in this? There was none. Where was your call to end systematic racism back then? Because it's not like this is something that's just been happening, like it just popped up today. This has been going on for years. And we've been peacefully protesting for years, since Martin Luther King. You know what the definition of insanity is? Someone who does the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. Are we insane, America? No. No, we're not insane. We're tired of Americans being brutally beat down, systematically targeted by the people who are supposed to protect us and serve the community. We pay your guys' paychecks. We pay your paychecks. We pay taxes. And that's where you get the money for the police department, from us. So, if we want change, we gotta vote. Not just on a federal level, a local level. We gotta get these people out of office. If you're mayor and you're district attorney or you're senator, if they're not talking about change, I don't care if they're Republican or Democrat. It don't matter. We're all American, right? If they ain't talking about change, then they need to go. Period. If you want change, if your political person in your area is not talking about change, get them out of there. My senator in my area, state representative, emails me all the time. But ain't nothing about change. There ain't nothing about reforming the law or let's start a committee to investigate some of these things. That's crazy. When you have a military, law enforcement agencies who are willing to violate people's constitutional rights for peaceful protesting so the president can take a picture is insane. But they're okay with that. They don't care. They think they can just quiet them, shut them down with force. We're tired. We have voices. We need to vote. But what's crazy is these people that we have to vote for are all garbage. That's why we don't vote. America don't get it. We really could change a lot. But we're not going to vote for garbage when you got two pieces of garbage running for office. Do you know how hard it is for the average American person to run for president? Hard. I've looked into it. It's really hard. It's almost set up to where you gotta have some political connections or you ain't gonna run. You ain't never get it. So what's the point of even trying? Don't make any sense. And then we always try to paint this picture of the perfect person who we need to put in these offices. You gotta be perfect to be the mayor. You gotta be perfect to be the president. No, there is not a perfect person in this world. Nobody's perfect. And if you perfect, I don't want you in office. Because that means you got some skeletons in your closet. You is evil. If you ain't messed up in life, you ain't learned from your mistakes. Life, you gotta learn from your mistakes, man. I don't hold people back from what they did wrong. But did you learn from it? This is my daughter. She just came out asking me for a snack. But I just wanted to let you guys know. I gotta go back in here and do my daddy duties. But America, we gotta change things. We can't keep listening to people who have been in positions to change things and have it, but now they want to talk. All these black leaders and Oprah and all these people, man, come on now, shut up. What we got long we listen to you for? Y'all ain't did nothing. Y'all don't care. So why you act like you care now? I like Barack Obama, but you ain't got nothing to say to me about systematic racism, homie. Because when you was in office for 8 years, what'd you do to end it? Not a goddamn thing, nigga. So why you want to come to me? Why should we listen to you now? It's a scam, man. It's a scam. It's a bad scam, man. And we got to wake up and realize that they just fooling with us. They trying to get us, so now everybody's trying to get us to vote for either Trump or Biden. At least you talking about any systematic racism or reforming these police departments, how they just beating up people every day while they protesting, beating up reporters, just doing all kinds of crazy stuff. Unless you talking about fixing that, you don't need to be in office. Period. Not a senator, not a representative, none of y'all niggas. And I'm, excuse my language, but this is just how I feel. Y'all niggas to me, because you're doing shiesty stuff. It's ridiculous. Fighting over everything. We all American. Why does it matter if it helps America out? You're supposed to help out the people, right? That's why we put you in office, right? What you doing? Nothing. Nothing. And what are they gonna do? Nothing. Just gonna wait till this cools down. And they're gonna keep doing what they've been doing for years. But not today. Me, you, we gonna change. We're gonna change this.
Daddy, real hard.
We're gonna vote. Well, you can't do that, Kenzie. I mean, come on now. Of course that's gonna hurt. But sorry about that. YouTube. That's my message, man. I just want to keep, we got to be smart about this. We can't listen to the people that have been in office to do things. As far as my opinion, Biden, you won't get my vote. You'll never get my vote. Trump, you ain't gonna get my vote, and you'll never get my vote. And that's how America should really be looking at this. As a matter of fact, why the Democratic Committee gonna pick this guy out of everybody that ran for the Democratic nominee? Was it not one person, the average regular Joe? As far as I'm concerned, y'all all crooked. Because this is serious. People are dying. We are sick of it. Y'all are just using this as a political game. Nah. We got to do something. We got to change. We got to change this system. America. I love America. I don't care what color you are. We're American. We fight for our rights. It doesn't matter if you're black, white, Asian, Arabic, Latin. We're American. We got to get our country back. Because this ain't right. This isn't what our founding fathers fought for. This isn't what Martin Luther King and Malcolm X died for. It's time to get back to the basics, man. Let's talk about fixing our education system. Let's talk about fixing our roadways. Let's talk about fixing the water system. Let's talk about those things. Let's talk about ending systematic racism. Let's talk about it.